The report of my death was an exaggeration. These words from Mark Twain can easily be applied to the not-so-famous or renowned radio. Radio. As a child, I was always fascinated by the radio. This mysterious box had a voice or voices in it or behind it, which is what I thought, each time I would pull the family stereo from the wall and try to find them. I didn't. But what I do know is that radio was a lifestyle definer. It was also a narrator. It was also an entertainer. Radio. Now, you can only imagine how we felt as media practitioners when we heard radio was dead. Radio is not dead. It's billions of profits in Canada, 1.6 in Canada each year, and its accessibility. Every car has one. How could it be dead? Radio has had to transition like all other media. Technology changed, and we had to change with it. People can now choose to use other platforms to engage content. In my role as the CEO for a radio station, CHRY, I have to contend with this daily and also plan our future. Now, CHRY started as a campus club. Wait for it. Don't tell anybody. We tend not to tell you this because we know you have ideas in your mind about clubs, mostly about extracurricular activities and games. However, we were privileged to be exposed to an incubator-type environment where we had business resources and physical space to our advantage. We knew that we had to take advantage of these resources and shift from the club model to a business. Now, on campuses, I know the talk is not always about business. In fact, this space is kind of a theory-based space. So imagine how campuses felt when they launched into incubator exercises. Imagine how they felt when they tried it. Well, in Ontario, we have some success stories. MARS, Medical and Related Sciences Hub, downtown Toronto. RIM, parent of BlackBerry in Waterloo. We at CHRY would also like to forge a civic-led media hub. This is a place where leadership is developed and diverse voices are heard and expressed. But I also have a theory about success that I want to share with you. In this theory, unintended occurrences impact how we move or respond to them. I would like to use us as a test case, because every theory needs a case study. And I will speak to you of the unintended in terms of bounces. I believe we've bounced off some hard and soft surfaces during our existence. The first bounce you see here is transition. In the early years, with new resources in tow, a radio license and more, we had to transition from the campus model. In transitioning from the campus club-based model, we needed to form a business. Some smart people were involved in the early years. They did a staff structure, a board structure, so we could be responsible to our corporate structure. And we also started to be shaped by voices in and around us that wanted to be heard. We took the bounce and continued moving. Another bounce is what I will talk about as the recession years, or also the technological shift years. We had some lean years in the early days. We came out successfully, only to be smacked with the 2008 recession. During this recession, individuals were a little bit more coward with their advertising dollars. In fact, the industry lost up to 25% advertising sales. I mean the entire industry, not just radio. Things were changing and changing fast. At the same time, new media had taken off and was making an impact. Think back to 2008. During this time, it was the presidential elections in America. Pew Research found that 74% of internet users went online for information about this campaign. This is serious. It was more serious than we probably thought. Just look at Facebook interactions. Consider your Facebook interactions. Consider your internet minute. And then you'll see what we were up against. We could roll over, we could play dead, or we could take the bounce and continue moving. We had already been streaming the station, but now we needed an unlimited stream. We also needed to take the broadcast beyond the terrestrial, and so we had to engage online. Enter WordPress blogs, Facebook account, Twitter account, YouTube, and more. Yeah, we even have an Instagram. We had to do all of these things and also add more resources. Enter grant applications. We had to apply for some so that we could change the space a bit. CDs had taken up quite a bit of room, so we had to shrink that. Another grant would allow us to test media literacy projects among the youth. We took the bounce and we continued moving. Then comes competition. Competition comes rocking. Yes, I said rocking. In a business life cycle and in yours, you will experience competition from time to time. And what some people do is throw crazy money at it, hoping they can convince the audience to pick them instead of the competitor. We did some of that too. But we also took the opportunity to get better. In getting better, it meant honing our ambassador's skills. We had to turn a volunteer into an ambassador. Emerging from this experience, we're very proud of some really cool superheroes. Anybody in the room like superheroes? I like some of them. We forged real-life accessible ones. These superheroes represented their languages, their cultures, and more. We were breaking new ground. We were allowing the accented, the second languaged, and the foreign sounds to speak for themselves and do it well. These ambassadors, or superheroes, 300 strong, daily engage in ways that are phenomenal and continue to do so. We took the bounce and we continued moving. Now, come with me. Let's peek behind the radio again. This time, the voices are our own. Unintentionally, a university space, which I refer to as an incubator environment, has forged a media house. This media house is forging into a civic-led media hub. Unintentionally, through the forces of training, the right space, great passion, we have been able to form leaders and ambassadors in media. Unintentionally, they shine, sometimes reluctantly, representing their language, culture, issue, tongue, you name it. unintentionally the little girl who peeked behind the radio, looking for the voice or voices, has become one of them. And daily, I contribute to a space that continues to allow more voices to be heard and honed. With the help of new technology and some hard and soft lessons, we have managed to forge the global village of Marshall McLuhan's imagination. The media shapes us. Here lies the results of the unintended. The future, no doubt, is wide open with multiple possibilities, and I'm just showing you a few. Intentionally, I have framed this conversation in hopes that you can realize that the confluence of actions, the incidences, the bounces, can result in success. May you, as you're bounced, bumped, shook, rocked, find your voice and success amidst the unexpected and unintended. Thank you.